Hello and welcome to this exclusive reading where we're going to look at the brutal and honest feelings and intentions between you and the person that you're currently connected to in love and romance. Keep in mind that time is fluid in tarot, so these messages could resonate for your past, present, or future. Also, in these readings, the roles could be reversed, so please only take the messages that are for you and leave the rest. This is a general collective reading for all Leos. So if you have Leo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, there could be some messages in this video for you. Also, cross watchers are always welcome. Big shout out to our amazing mod, Mama Lisa, holding it down. I also see we have one of our Soul Tribe members on the live. Hey, Frankie. Hola. And thank all of you for joining the video. Be sure, if you do resonate with any messages, share your thoughts. I always love hearing back from my fellow subscribers. And don't forget to like the video. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, Leo, we're going to go ahead and start the reading. Let's see what we got. Spirit, tell me a little bit about mighty Leos. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energies surrounding Leo and the person that Leo is currently connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have the Magician, the Eight of Pentacles, the Devil. Underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So Leo, this is someone that just can't seem to shake you. They really are definitely into you. I think there's a problem though with this person giving a lot of effort or showing up with a very vulnerable side. I think they have a hard time with being fully invested emotionally. So instead, they kind of keep it very lustful, sexual. And it's just safer there for this person to keep you in their life without anything substantial. It's a lot of codependency going on in their energy. Let me look at this Magician real quick. What are they trying to manifest when it comes to Leo? What are they manifesting here? Okay, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So they're trying to just keep it surface level, superficial, nothing too deep. That's what they're creating here. So it feels like a toxic connection where you and this person have a hard time leaving each other, but you know you guys are not good for one another. I'm also noticing that this person enjoys focusing more on their career, their money, their stability. And you add a little bit of stability to their life without them having to put in a lot of work. So they like that. Feeling like you kind of rescue them. In what way, though? In what way is Leo kind of rescuing this person? Knight of Wands in reverse, Strength in reverse. From their insecurities and fears, you make this person feel valued and loved. even if they don't know how to show love to you. So it feels like an energy vampire for sure. Queen of Swords in reverse. And they get bitter and angry when you don't show up for them. Because that's why they're in it. I think what they're most upset about, Leo, is knowing that when you pull your energy away from them, blessings start pouring into your life. Everything you touch turns into gold. But when you're with this person, they kind of benefit from your growth, your potential. I don't know what you have. It's like you have the Midas touch. You have a lot going for yourself. And you live up to your most potential when you're away. So it kind of feel like when you get involved in this relationship with this person, you lose focus. You could be someone that's very successful and you have a lot of goals. You could be like a very goal-oriented person. And when you got in a relationship with this person, you got so focused on them that you lost sight of your own vision and your own goals. And now that you guys are kind of separated of some sort, you can see the difference and how it affects your life. Being connected to someone as low vibrational as this, and how that affects your full life experience, your finances, your career, your goals. Like all that's put on the back burner when you connected to this person. You got really addicted to that. So now that you and this person may not be talking, separated, or you guys broke up, whatever that looks like for you, you're starting to recover and get yourself back to a better place. So you see the difference of what the effects are with connecting to low vibrational energies. When you're with this person, you're at an all-time low. When you're separated from this person, you're doing so much better. And that's why it's so important that when you're connecting to people, Leo, use your discernment and make sure you're connecting with the right person. Frankie says, that's right. That is right, Mika. Everything is better when we are separated. That's what I'm getting here for the Leo that resonates with this. And ultimately, you got tired of the toxicity over and over and over and over again. You had to just move on from this. Three of Swords in reverse. And just kind of pick up the pieces and keep moving. This person could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, an Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, or a Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. That's the main energies there. All right. So let's look at this person's feelings, how they really feel about you, this person you're connected to. I love that for you, about to call you Scorpio. I love that for you, Leo. You could be connected to a Scorpio or have Scorpio in your chart for me to accidentally say that, or this person. But I love that you're starting to begin to see the difference and not willing to sacrifice your progress for this person like you used to. So that's something to be proud of. So Spirit, tell me, how does this person really feels about Leo? What is their true and honest feelings? Thank you so much, Joseph, for the 100. What is this person's true feelings for Leo, Spirit, right now in this moment? We have the World. Six of Wands. Ace of Wands underneath the deck. We have the Chariot and the Lovers. So they feel like this is the ending of getting the type of attention, the type of consistency, the type of attraction and effort that you used to give this person is started to become different. It's very different, and this person is not liking it. They're reevaluating things that they said, things that they did in the last cycle you guys were with, meaning before you guys broke up, separated, had issues. They're replaying the tape, the footage. Kind of like a football coach replays the tape or the footage. This person is doing that. And what they're realizing is, man, oh man, did I make some dumb choices? Tell me about this Judgment in reverse. What did they realize? They realized that they didn't give you enough. They didn't give enough, or they didn't invest enough in this. And instead of investing in this relationship, they just kind of was like keeping a lot of things hidden. Some of you guys, this person could have been a player or non-committal. Very fickle, this person. That's why they couldn't give you their all, because they were too busy with other things, other people, other experiences behind the scenes. Can you tell me more about this Judgment in reverse? What else are they regretting with Leo? They feel that they regret. Stringing this thing along, thinking they had all the time in the world to figure out who they wanted to choose. So they never changed, but they regret that. They never changed giving you breadcrumbs or stringing you along. You wanted reciprocity. You wanted someone to give you more. And that's fair. We're talking about love. And love is a selfless act. It's about two people giving and receiving to each other equally. You wanted an experience that was fair. It didn't have to look the same, but it had to be fair. So this person's regretting not giving you more, not giving you a fair experience, because they see that you did give them a lot. They acknowledge you did do a lot, and they were breadcrumbing. That's what they kind of regret. Okay. So with the Ace of Wands here, to the Ten of Cups in reverse, to the Ace of Swords in reverse, this person feels like they would have to lie and manipulate you once again if they were to start this relationship over. Why would that be? We have the Chariot and the Ten of Wands. Because you guys are at a distance right now from each other. Or you're telling this person indirectly, stay away from me. You're trying to maintain a distance from this person for sure. And that's bothering this person in a significant way. The fact that they're not getting attention from you. This person likes attention. That's what I'm noticing about them. So when you were not giving them attention, they sure in hell were getting attention elsewhere. Talking to people, at least online, dating apps, meeting people out and about. This is very much an attention whore, and they'll talk to people, you know, trying to find relationships and such. But really, it's about being able to feel like they're in control of something, in control of people, in control of something, because they feel like their life is out of control. So what better to control than another person in a relationship? If you really step back, Leo, and you honestly looked at what this person has going on into their life, it's a mess. It's a mess. But if they would put a lot more energy in making better decisions, then they would actually be in a better predicament. That's what you would tell this person. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And then they sit up here and they make excuses. Cassandra says, yes, Mika, hit the nail on the head. Frankie says, external validation. Correct, ladies. This person is going around and around trying to control people like puppets, because that makes this person have their ego stroked and kind of feel like, well, yeah, my life is a mess, but at least I have this person that I can control. And that's what they were trying to do with you. By giving you a breadcrumb and saying, here's a breadcrumb. Be grateful. And it's to humble you, it's to bring you down. But also to get attention from others. So while they're getting that attention from you, all the benefits of you, they're also getting from other sources. Yep. So what they're focusing on now is getting control of the situation of you. Formulating a plan, coming up with a new tactic. That's the energy that they feel like they need to do right now. Cassandra say he can stay there. She say he can stay there. Girl, you ain't never lied. Because listen, if this person were to be completely honest with you, and Leo, if you were to be completely honest with yourself, you guys are not a match. This is like trying to mix oil and water together. It repels. This person don't want no marriage. This person don't want no commitment. This person doesn't have no core values of trying to build a life with anybody. This person is totally content with living their life the way they have. And that's the problem you have. You want them to want more for themselves. But guess what? Everybody doesn't see the world like you do. Right here. Tell me about this Hierophant in reverse. This person's feelings. Yeah. The way that they're going about life with the Eight of Wands, how they do stuff, take action, how they communicate, how they move. I think this Eight of Wands speaks of everything. Anytime this person breathes, they talk, they move, they just do dumb stuff. In your eyes, yeah, that leads to a betrayal. They end up betraying themselves. Ten of Swords. When I clarify the Eight of Wands, betrayal. So it's a very impulsive energy for sure. Very impulsive and reckless. Kind of like a teenager. I see something I want, I go for it. But I don't think about the consequences of my actions until after. So this person can definitely, be one of those people like, oh man, I probably shouldn't have done that. But it's like after the fact. So all the stuff this person does to you is not until they lose you to their like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably shouldn't have done that. That's not a mature, way to go about life. But that's how they move, y'all. Okay. So what are they intending to do next? Cassandra said he actually said that. Wow. And that's a red flag. That's a red flag. If your person tells you, I've noticed like I kind of do stuff and then I kind of like regret that I did it later. Like red flag, sir. Yep. So be careful, y'all. Be careful with these people. What is this person's intentions moving forward? Death in reverse. It's not over. Here they come. Death in the reverse. Seven of Wands in the reverse. And the Hangman. So here's the deal. There goes this period where you and this person don't talk. This could be you guys are in no contact, or this could be you decide to just block this person, or this person decides to abandon you, whatever. They want to come back to you. Because again, there we go. With the Hangman, they're starting to see things from a different perspective. And that perspective, when I clarify, the Hangman is the Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Hermit. They're starting to realize that they're getting in their own way by avoiding you. They're maybe potentially missing out on you, on an opportunity with you for good. So here they go, deep down, not wanting that to happen, not wanting this cycle to close, and really wanting to manifest a new opportunity because they regret. Here we go. I regret what I did. That's what their whole energy is about tonight. I regret what I did. Yeah. And they do. They do. Cassandra said, Mika, you're on fire. Lord help us. Frankie says, Lord help us. Listen, y'all. Here he goes again. Judgment in the reverse, the fool in the reverse. This person feels like a damn fool. I should have came and did right by Leo sooner. Bad judgment call by holding back from Leo, by not taking the risk of doing the right thing because, oh boy, look who I passed up. Leo, the Empress or the Emperor. So if you're watching this video, Leo, and this was your story, you a whole Empress over here. You a whole Emperor. You're a divine being. Some of you Leos watching can be business owners, have your own business, be very powerful in your career as leaders, managers. A lot of people look up to you and they admire you and they see you as royalty. This person didn't miss the memo. They see you too. They see you. They see your worth and value too. Here's the problem with them. The impulsiveness. They just make bad judgment because they just do stuff, y'all. So they don't want to miss out on an opportunity with an Empress or an Emperor. So here they come. They haven't changed though. Knight of Cups in reverse is still giving player vibes, in and out. Why? Because they don't want to get their heart broken by you. Insecurity at its finest, people. So let me make sure I have someone else. Even though Leo is amazing. Leo is everything I want. Everything I prayed for. That's the problem. They're everything I want, everything I prayed for. I'm sure someone else is going to snatch them up. So let me go ahead and still keep my options open, even if Leo lets me back. That's wild. That's crazy. And that's the battle that this person has been fighting internally in their mind. That's the narrative that keeps replaying in their mind. I'm scared that I'm not good enough. I'm scared that Leo's going to leave me for someone else. I would leave me for someone else because I've done Leo so bad. I've treated Leo so wrong. I can see them wanting to leave me because they're tired of my crap. And you are. You're tired of that crap. I haven't got to your energy yet, but I'm sure you're tired. Sick and tired. Cassandra says, nailed it. We're in therapy now. For real. So with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, to the Hierophant in reverse, I think what you do need to know is that this person, even though they want to come towards you, they want to repair the relationship with you and fix things, they still move out of this very significant energy of feeling like you guys are not a match. That's a major blockage in this person's energy. And I don't think they're ever going to be confident to give you what you need, Leo. They're just not. Because they're ashamed of what they have done and ashamed that they didn't do something sooner. They've caused more pain and damage, and it's made you feel like you can't trust this person, I'm sure. But let's see. We're going to look at your energy, Leo, and see how you feel. Keep in mind that if you're a cross watcher, these readings could resonate for you as well. Some of you guys are cross watchers and some of you guys have Leo in your chart. Either way, let me know if it's your reading and hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. I appreciate it. Frankie says, I've been following Mika's guidance since February. Never fails, and she is right. Thank you, boo. Thank you, Danny, for the $1.99. Thank you so much for sponsoring tonight's reads. Appreciate the super chat. Now, Spirit, tell me about Leo, mighty, mighty Leo. How does Leo honestly and truly feel about this person? Somebody said, what is a cross watcher? A cross watcher is you're watching the other person's reading. So say if you're not a Leo, but you're connected to a Leo, you will be watching Leo even though you're not a Leo. So say, for example, if you are a Leo connected to a Cancer, you would be watching Cancer readings even though you're a Leo because you're cross watching. You're watching the other person's stuff. So how does Leo feel? Okay, Judgment in the reverse for you as well. Judgment in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse, and the Magician in the reverse. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So you're waiting for an offer or an apology at the least. You're waiting for this person to apologize and make things right with you. Leo. Leo. I think you're not okay, though, with how this person has treated you thus far. We can acknowledge that. But it doesn't change the fact that you still have feelings for this person. You just feel like you need to see them apologize and show some type of results, that their apology is valid and real. Your issue is, though, you haven't been able to see the cooperation. You haven't been able to see the results. So you can't trust that this person's going to do it until you see it. But you're hoping you can see it. So what you feel bad about is the fact that you trusted this person with your heart. You gave them too much of a benefit of a doubt with the Lovers here, clarifying the Judgment in reverse. You feel like you shouldn't have been wound up in falling this deep in love with this person. Because now you're seeing clearly who this person is. But before, you were falling deep. You see what I'm saying? You were falling deep. So right now, it feels as if you're trying to force yourself to not go dancing with the devil, because that's what you would say this person is. Very tempting, very intoxicating. Definitely a strong soul tie. But it was a bad way you went about this. That's what you feel. You feel the way you connected to them. You should have maybe stepped back, evaluated a little bit more, done it a lot differently instead of like going deep in, deep fall, deep in love. See that? That's what's bothering you more than anything with the 10 of Wands. Now you have all this heavy burden on your chest and your back, like this card here, because you've been carrying this relationship on your own. This has been your relationship because you were invested, you were giving, you were doing, you were this, you were that. And this person over here giving you breadcrumbs. You're getting your head out of the clouds and saying, okay, yeah, that is true, but it's hard. It's hard to break free. So it's kind of like you want to almost see if this person will change. The problem too is, Leo, you're like, wait, why should I have to do all this when I'm an empress or an emperor? Why should I have to settle for this? So you're going to take your time and just see. So I'm getting two sets of Leos. Hear me out. Some of you guys have already tried it with this person and it failed and you're moving on with your life. Others of you Leos still going to give this person the benefit of the doubt and just see what they do. And it's going to fail. It's going to be, like I said, thank you, Spirit, before I even looked at the card. You know it's probably going to fail. But some of you Leos have this thing about you where you're being stubborn as hell because you are a fixed sign. You're being stubborn as hell and you want to just really manipulate the outcome or the energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, spiritually, that's not going to happen. It's still going to have the same type of outcome. Trust me. Bad opportunity. If you are a Leo that is allowing this person to come back or you're working on it, it's coming from an insecure space. Some of you guys already went through that phase and you've broken free and you're moving on with your life. But you're feeling lonely. You're feeling like I need to have, like this is familiar. And the devil, you know, it's addiction. This is a vice. This is your project. This is your focus. Remember, we talked about that in the beginning of the reading. How this has been your whole focus, is trying to get this relationship to work. So now, many of you Leos that have broken free from this, you're starting to see like, wait, this is very one-sided. This is a lot of work on me and I'm not getting much in return. And the only reason why you're staying in it is because it is a karmic soul tie. For some of you guys, a trauma bond. If you stayed in this for a long time or you're holding on to it, it's because you're searching for love. But you're equating love to a breadcrumb, a love bomb. And then you're trying to hold on to that rush as long as you can. And then you keep trying to chase that rush with that person by hoping that they're going to give you that same love bomb, that breadcrumb that you were holding on to that you equate to love, but that is trauma. Think about it. Was this person being consistent? Or was this a roller coaster of highs and lows? Was this a relationship built on faulty foundations and manipulation and lies? Let's be clear what it is and what it ain't. And if you can be honest with yourself, Leo, you're all going to see you're dealing with someone that's avoiding your love. They're not ready for that. Knight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse is someone that's an avoidant. They're running. They're always on the run. And what they're running from is what you bring to the table. What else does Leo need to know about feelings here with this person? You got to be wise. The King of Swords is a wise energy. So sometimes you have to separate your heart and your passion and your lust energy and start thinking more logically. It'll tell you all the answers you need to reveal about this person. So just, think about it. You may have to marinate on the message. You may have to watch this reading a few times, Leo. That's okay. But really be honest with yourself. And listen, if you got to repeat the karmic cycle or stay in it a little longer, go for it. Go for it. Sometimes we need it until, we get that wake up call like this person ain't changing for real. No, they're not. Some of you guys have not checked out that collective reading I did this morning. Check it out. It may resonate with you as well. I got the link down in the description box below and the pinned comment as well. All right, here we go. Let's see what your intentions are moving forward with this person, Leo. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. There you go. Don't want to leave. Eight of Cups in reverse and Tower. You're walking straight into a tower moment, a breakup, destruction, chaos. It doesn't matter how this tower happens, but it's going to happen. No matter how much you try to manipulate the energy, the tower will fall. And the tower is a breakup, chaos, imbalance, stress. Temperance in reverse is your energy being off balance because you guys are unequally yoked. So this is you deceiving yourself, believing that you can have that sense of security and balanced relationship with someone who's equipped to give it to you. So with the Hermit in the reverse, Hermit underneath the deck and the Nine of Swords, it's all going to come to light if you take time alone to really think about things. I'm telling you, watch that collective reading I did this morning. Very strong message about that, needing to spend some time alone to reflect about what you deserve. All right, we're going to close the reading with some guidance from Spirit. Like I say, this is a general reading for all Leo, so it may or may not be your story. Of course, some of you guys may have already passed this lesson. Some of you guys are still in it. Either way, don't hesitate to let me know if it resonates. Spirit, what advice do we have for Leo in closing? Page of Cups. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Empress in reverse. So this person will apologize or attempt to because they need something from you. They're codependent on your energy. And Spirit is saying you're going to jeopardize that sense of self-worth. You're going to start interfering with your goals. Remember, we talked about that in the beginning of the reading, Leo, how you kind of will get off track with what you're trying to do to focus on this person because they're going to need you. You're going to have to stop whatever you're doing to try to cater to this person's needs. And it's going to take you right back to where you were before. So a lot of you guys, Leos, that are single or block this person or separated from this person for a little bit, you know what I'm talking about. Think about it. Compare. When you were with this person and when you're single, how you feel. It's a different experience. So even though this person will apologize, and this is a whack-ass apology, by the way, a Page of Cups, that's a flirt. That's a flirt. That's like flirting their way to get you to trust that they're going to be different. But ultimately, I think this person is moving on their own agenda. A lot of false promises of giving you everything you want to make you happy. They're going to kind of put it on the back burner with the Ace of Wands in reverse. But of course, this person is definitely trying to figure you out. That's what their mission is. Let me try to figure out what Leo has going on because I need Leo. So I'm going to just try to play a role. Is that what I'm getting? Yeah, anything I can do to try to avoid a disaster of us fighting, arguing, and me missing out on a golden opportunity with Leo. Like I say, Leo, you are an opportunity. You have a lot going on, but this person can't measure up with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. They know that they can't give you what you need. So, okay, so what is the message then? Ultimately, what is the message? Bad judgment call staying in this. It's too much. Bad judgment call. You're going right back to being a part of that karmic lesson that you just had to get out of with this person to go back and repeat it. And it's a bad judgment call because it's the devil. You're going right back to your vice. Be careful. Don't go dancing with the devil. Okay? I'm going to stop the reading right there, Leo. We know that these very strong trauma bonds are hard to break. And they're very tempting. But temptation. The devil is temptation. But you got to break free. You can do this. There's definitely better out there. If you resonate with this reading, again, like the video, show your girl some support. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. I hope that there's something you can take away from this reading, no matter where you are on your healing journey. And thank you to all of the beautiful mods that came through tonight. Thank you to DP, Kita, Lisa, for helping out on all of the videos that I pumped out on the channel tonight. Your girl's about to get some shut eye. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget, I do personal readings at my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. You can check out all the information, including the important links to get there to book your reading, down in the description box below, as well as a pinned comment. Good night, everyone. Take care. Namaste.